Alright, so what we're doing today is we're going to be putting some back brake pads on this 2009 Forester. Now, I've had it for about a year and I've got it all together, and I've been driving it actually for about 6 months after I've got it fixed, and probably got close to 10,000 miles on it, so it's been pretty good so far. And I'm going to put the wheel over here off the side out of the way for now. And these pads are right down to the nitty-gritty. I mean, they're almost metal to metal, because when I put this new wheel bearing on last week, I noticed this pad here was pretty well shot. So what I did, I went online and I ordered the front and rear. This pad has disc brakes all the way around. I got everything for $43. I went to my local parts store and they wanted almost $50 just for the rear. So I said, you know what, I'll wait a week and order them online and save myself some money. And here's what I got. And they're kind of sitting over here, and here is the front ones. They're just a little bit bigger, and here are the back ones. They're small, really small little things, and you can see these here have a lot of meat on them. The ones we're going to take off pretty much almost down to the middle. And these have the, well, I like to call these squealers. They actually make a little bit of noise when the pads get down to a point. And these are actually designed fairly well. I've never heard of this company. This was this online on eBay, some dealer. Motor by Motor. Look at that, good little trademark there. So I waited a week or so and saved myself about $70, and you can do the same thing. Hey, and they'll also help your state pay local taxes, because eBay, they have to pay taxes to the states. So wherever you're at. So we're going to go ahead and stick these on today, and I thought I'd just make this video in case somebody has a Subaru and they just want to see how easy this is to do. And if you like to save money and help out, this will make your day, because if it's almost winter, yeah, you want to do them before winter, before it gets cold. And I guess we'll just kind of read the box here. It says quiet friction formula, smooth, secure braking, longer pad life, and optimum fit and performance, OEM matching quality. So that's kind of nice. And there's a number back here, so I don't know if that means anything. All right, anyway, we'll go out there and let's get this wheel off and see what we got. The tools right now that I have are pretty basic. I got a big screwdriver, I got a 14mm socket and a ratchet. And the first thing I like to do is get in here. And this is just in case somebody, young, just starting out, bought their first Subaru or something. It happens to be a 2010 Forester. What are the odds of that? Very slim probably, but you never know. I like to take my screwdriver in here and kind of force these piston back a little bit. That way it kind of loosens that up a little bit there. And now we'll go ahead and take our 14mm socket here. That one's already been broken loose, so we can get this one loose. Alright, so there's that one. And usually these will come out pretty easy if they're not rusted too bad, especially if you live in the Northeast. And see, these are very big bolts, so when you put them back in, make sure you do them with your fingers so you don't cross thread them. And that's all they are. There's that one. Let's see if we can get the other one out. And there's a place right here that you can put a wrench. If this whole thing starts to turn, put a wrench there and it'll hold that. That's what that's designed for. And these are coming off super easy. I've had this off a couple of times. Like I said, I put new wheel bearings on this, and I have videos of this in my playlist on my channel if you want to see that. And alright, I'll set this off the side up here like that. And here's what's left of our pads. That one's, I got just a little bit on, but the one on the inside is the one that's really bad, I think. Okay, I guess it was this one here. It's pretty daggone close, so I'll keep these for backup pads if I need an emergency pad or something. And that's really all there is to it. And we have these new clips that we can put in, but since these are in good shape, I'll just probably reuse these, Nope. I'll just keep the other ones for extra parts in my Subaru box, or boxes that I have. And now we'll go ahead and stick our new pads on. Alright, so there's our two pads. Now, I think I'll probably put the squealer one on the outside over here, like this. That way it's out and you can hear it probably a little bit easier, louder. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. And we'll put our inside one, make sure they're pretty clean. And we'll kind of set that in there like that. And if you can't do this, guys, then apparently you don't want to save any money, or maybe you just don't have time. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. So that's all that is to it right there. Now, our piston here, I've got to take my C-clamp, and we've got to push this piston back in just all the way. And when you do that, make sure your front reservoir you know, unscrew the cap, have a cloth under it, because if you get a lot of fluid back up through there, it may start to overflow. So that's something you might want to, you know, kind of be mindful of. So let me go ahead and push that back. All right, so I kind of got that set up there. I'm going to use something like this. But all right, so there is that, and that's all the way back in. That's all you got to do. And we don't have any leaks here on in this area. There, the seals on these usually get tore up pretty bad, but this one's actually in pretty good shape. And now all we got to do is kind of stick this back on. All right, maybe I can do this with one hand. I really should have gotten another jack stand put under there, but I'm not moving the vehicle around. I don't have to lay under it for now, so we'll stick that in here like that. Well, you know what? I gotta make sure these are all the way in, like that. And that's all there is to it. And you got brand new brake pads. You go to a dealer and do this, or go to an auto shop. They're gonna charge you $250. We're doing this for about, well, $25. So it would be probably about $20 for the front and $20 for the rear. That's all we're going to have into it, and your time, which is, you know, if you know how to do this, is priceless. All right, so that's on. So all we got to do now is take our 2 bolts, start them in and torque them down, and we'll go to the other side. All right, hold up for a second. I just realized I went to do some reading real quick and found out that this has actually should be on the inside, because it will hit right here, this piece. So we're going to flip this around. And I kind of thought maybe that's where it should be to begin with, but I thought it'd be cool to see it on the outside. But now we'll stick it on the inside. And the other reason is, if you notice on here, on the caliper, you have a lot of room from here to here on the outside of this. On the inside here, you got these little nipples here that actually will interfere with this here, and it kind of hits that. So that's why we're going to flip this around. All right, there we go. That looks so much better. And actually, you might be able to see where that squealer is, right about there. So now I'll go ahead and put this on and tighten it down. All right, so that looks good, and this is just about tight. Just snug it down. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. If you want your own specs, go Google it. Google is your friend. And what we're going to do now, I'm going to go in there and pump this brake up and squeeze this, so that way when we squeeze the other caliper back in on the other side, we don't have a whole bunch of fluid flying everywhere. All right, I'll go pump them. Maybe you can watch them there move. All right, we got a full pedal and nice and tight. Yes. All right, now let's go to the other side. I'll put this wheel on here and we'll get the other side. Hopefully it's just as good and easy as this side. Passenger side, and now we're just about, we might be able to push this piston all the way in just by doing this. That's what I'm going to try to do. That way I won't have to use my tool. I think we're already in. We're in, Mike Flynn. There we go. So let's go ahead and get this off. Hey, let me know where you're watching from right now. All right, I got the top one loose. If you want a tip, guys, just leave the top one in till you make sure you get the bottom one broke loose, because there's been a lot of times I've taken these top ones out and I went to get the bottom one. It was so tight, the whole thing turned and flew out, and the brakes flew out. And then you just have to put the bolt back in and try to break it loose down here. So we're going to see if we can get this break loose down here. All right, there's that one. And now we can go ahead and take them both out. In good shape there. And I didn't get the jack stand over here, daggone it. I wanted to get that jack stand, but we're not moving anything around. And there's that. And there's that. Hey, we did. We got the piston pushed all the way in, so good. Lay that up there. And let's see how bad these were. I think this side was pretty good. Just that inner one on the other side was bad. Yeah, this one's not too bad either. So yeah, the squealers are on the inside, so we'll get our other pads here. Where did I stick those? And as I work in my yard, I'm not one of those YouTubers that has $1 million garage, you know. Maybe someday. Nah, not even someday. Maybe $100,000 garage. Who knows? Yeah, like I said, these are in good shape. I'm not even going to bother changing those. I'll just keep them. The new ones. And we'll stick this one in here like this. Need to hold the camera a little bit better. There we are. We're nice and flush. Look at that. Yeah. You'll be proud of yourself, guys. Save a lot of money. All right, so go ahead and put this back together, and we're about done, guys. I'm happy with that. Everything went on great. We'll snug this down just a little bit more there, and this one here. All right, so go inside. We'll pump this up a little bit. Great. We have a full pedal in there. That pedal feels really, really good. So all we have to do is put the wheel on it and probably just take it around the block or something. We should be good, and we'll wrap this video up. All right, so we got really good brakes, and as you can see here, we're stopping, no problem. So it, you know, happy to get that done before winter gets here. So looks like the video is pretty much done. So we'll wrap this video up and all that. So if you're going to do this, you know, you can save yourself a lot of money and time, and that's what my channel is all about. If this video helps one person, then it was worth it to me. Maybe I'll get 10 views, who knows. But anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and all that good stuff. All right, we'll check everything here. The rotors aren't hot, nothing's dragging, so we're in good shape. So I'm happy we get that done. I'll probably do a separate video on the front wheels a little bit later. So until my next video, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.